Okay, now with your permission, I'm recording this lesson. So I'll be going through Nan Hua Primary School SA2 2019 Primary 5 with my student. And he has gotten most of it correct for paper 1. In fact, he did pretty well for paper 1. So paper 2 is the one that pulled him down. So without further ado, let me quickly go straight to the question. Okay, so for paper 1, right, the first question that I would be going through with him is question 25. Okay, question 25, right? If you look at the answer key that's provided, there's no answer. That's a funny thing about answer key. But anyway, I had already done all these questions on my own. And let's go through it together. Okay, it says that in the figure below, A, B, C, D is a rhombus. Okay, A, B, C, D is a rhombus. So how does a rhombus behave? Okay, a rhombus behaves in such a way that your AD is parallel to your BC, and your AB is parallel to your DC. And they are not just parallel, the length is the same. AD is the same length as your DC, as is the same length as your CB, as is the same length as your AB. So this is what a rhombus looks like. Basically, it's a skew square. This is what a square looks like, right? So a rhombus looks like this. Okay, this is what a rhombus looks like. A skew square, same length. Okay, this is what a rhombus looks like. So they mentioned as a rhombus, and CDE is an isosceles triangle. So they already explicitly tell you, right, your CDE is an isosceles triangle, meaning these two, same angle. Okay, these two angle is the same angle. Because they already tell you your DC is the same length as your DE. So if DC is the same length as your DE, right, that means your AD is the same length as your DE. The reason is because DC is part of the rhombus. Can you understand, no?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Each of the statement below is either true, false, impossible to tell. There's only 3 scenarios. So your angle BAD, BAD. Okay, angle BAD apparently is the same angle as your BCD, because they are diagonally opposite side of the same rhombus. So angle DEC, DEC apparently is your angle DCE, because isosceles triangle. So your angle BAD plus angle DEC apparently is also 145. The reason is because, right, your angle BAD is apparently is this angle also, same angle. And your angle DEC is also same as this angle. So this plus this is equal to this plus this. Understand, no?
Yes.
That's why it's true. It is not impossible to tell. It is possible to tell if you analyze carefully. Okay, then the next one, angle ABC is 125. That one not possible to tell. I think this one you got it right. Okay, it's only this part you got it wrong. This one you got it right. Impossible to tell. Okay, angle ABC is impossible to tell. Okay, the reason is because, right, I don't know this angle. Okay, nobody knows this angle. So you cannot say that ABC is 125. That's the reason why it's impossible to tell. Okay, then we move on to the next one. Question 27. Okay, question 27, right? Our friend Mrs. Lim, she bought 8 kg of meat. She cooked 1/5 of it. Okay, our friend Mrs. Lim bought 7 kg of meat. She cooked 1/5 of it. How many kilograms of meat was left? Okay, first, when you deal with fraction, right, you have to ask yourself, this fraction here is a quantity or is an actual fraction? So this fraction here is a fraction or is a quantity?
Quantity.
Quantity, right?
Yes.
So the slim bought example, let's say I change the 8 kg, right? Let's change to 7 kg. That'll make the question a lot easier to do, right?
Yes.
Correct. So why don't you treat this 8 as if it's a number? If you treat 7/8 as if it's a normal number, right, it'll become very easy to do. So she cooked 1/5 of it, right? So left with 4/5. That one agree, right? She
Yes.
cooked 1/5, left with 4/5. Then kilogram of meat left, right? 4/5 multiplied by the amount she bought. This is the amount she bought.
11/40.
4 times 7 is 28.
Oh, 28.
Okay, this one reduced to lowest term. Divide by 4. 7/10 kg. Okay, when you multiply a fraction, right? Numerator times numerator, denominator times denominator. That's the rule of the thumb. Okay?
Yes.
Okay, fraction times fraction, numerator times numerator, denominator times denominator. Important concept. This one you got it right. Then after that, this one also got it right. Okay, 30. Ali, Ben, Cai Li, yeah, Cai Li shared 72 cards among themselves. The ratio of Ali's number of cards to Ben's number of cards is 1:3. Kylie got 5 cards less than Ben. How many cards did Ali get? For this kind of question, what would you propose the method to be? Any idea? What would you propose? Any idea? Actually, how do you do? Let me see your 30, how you do. Okay, let me see 30, how did you do? Okay, 30, you use ratio. Okay, for this kind of question, right, it's very tempted to use ratio because they already indicated ratio down there. But for this kind of question, right, it's better to draw model. Okay, how do you know need to draw model instead of relying on ratio? Okay, the reason is because, right, I have ABC, right? Okay, ABC, A for Ali, B for Ben, C for Kylie, right? Okay, they shared 72 cards among themselves. The reason why I propose using model drawing is because, right, they already imply the number of boxes you should draw for Ali and Ben through the ratio. Make sense?
Yes.
So if they already imply that, right, that will make your life a lot easier. Okay? By drawing out this ratio, right, I mean, by drawing out this model here, right, I had already reflected this statement, right, in my model drawing. Okay?
Yes.
Yeah. Imagine if I were to use ratio, right? But because I don't know this guy Kylie has how many, right? Forever, I also don't know what you need to write here. Then I also don't know what is the total number of units. I only know 3 of them has 72 cards. That's all I know. So you'll be very tough to use ratio because the information is not enough. Whereas for model drawing, right, it is actually a lot easier. Okay, model drawing, right? Please do not see drawing model as a big project when you do your paper. Okay, model drawing, right? To me, right, I feel like you do not need to use ruler to draw all this box. You can use freehand to draw. Okay, you can use freehand to draw. It's okay. You don't have to use ruler. Just make sure the box you draw, right, it really looks like a box. Okay, 1 unit, 2 unit, so on and so forth. So it comes with practice, drawing model using freehand. Because in the exam, right, so long your model is presentable, okay, I'm not expecting perfect straight line like this. I don't expect that. But I expect the model to be something like that. Something like that. You can use freehand to draw. Then you see freehand, I draw straight lines like that. It comes with practice. So you have to practice drawing model. Okay, now back to the model. The ratio of Ali number of cards to Ben number of cards is 1:3. So I didn't reflect this. Okay, 72 cards among themselves. Okay, reflected. Okay, Kylie got 5 cards less than Ben. Okay, 5 cards less than Ben. Frankly speaking, right, I do not know Kylie has how many units. All I know is Kylie, right, has 3 units minus 5. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Actually, your 3 unit minus 5, right, it might be here. 3 unit minus 5 might be here. Okay, or your 3 unit minus 5 might be here. The thing is that you do not know how long, because you do not know, right, 5 cards is how many units, like the length of the unit. So since you don't know, right, just keep it ambiguous. It's okay. Okay, 3 unit minus 5. That means, right, here is 5. This is what you're trying to illustrate. Okay. Okay, then Ali, how many cards did Ali get, right? So do you agree 1 unit plus 3 unit plus 3 unit minus 5 equal to 72? Do you agree?
Yes.
That's right. Based on the model. How do I get this from the model? Okay, let's say I don't draw the model, right? It's quite hard to write out this. To be frank, without the model, it's almost impossible to write out this mathematical statement. Therefore, it is essential to draw the model so that the model is for you, right, to form your own mathematical logic thinking so that you can establish this mathematical equation. Okay? Okay,
Yes.
you understand how I get this? So
Yes.
1 unit plus 3 unit is 4 units. 4 units plus 3 unit is 7 units. 7 units minus 5 is 72. Therefore, 7 units equal to 72 plus 5. So 7 units equal to 77. So 1 unit equal to 11. Or 1 unit equal to 77 divided by 7 equal to 11. Clear?
Yes.
Okay, once you know 1 unit is 11, right? Do you happily write 11 here?
No.
No, right? What must you do?
Look for the what the question asks.
Yes. So what must you do? Okay, let's say
Uh,
you only have 5 minutes left. What would you do?
just read the last sentence.
Yes. What did the last sentence say? The last sentence said, how many cards did Ali get, right?
Yes.
Then be thinking, how? Ali, how many units? Simple. Look at your model.
Oh, 1 unit.
That's the purpose of model. Because you can think about it, drawing a model takes up a lot of time. I believe you agree with that. You agree, right?
Yes.
Drawing model really takes out a lot of time, right? So you want to draw a model, right, that helps you, right? That aids in your, I call it, that aids you in your working and helping you get the right answer. Correct or not? So this model that I draw, it is helpful because from the model, I established this. Then because of the model, right, I know that Ali, right, is 1 unit. Does that make sense? From the model, I can see Ali is 1 unit.
Yes.
Because from the start, when you draw the model, you are very meticulous. Correct?
Yes.
When I draw a model, I was meticulous. So when you draw the model, right, make sure you are meticulous also. Okay? Because for the rest of the question, you are going to rely on the model.
Okay.
So you have to draw effective model, good effective model, model that helps you in the calculation. Not model that you draw, waste time drawing, then doesn't help you in your calculation. Then that one, no point drawing the model, right?
Yes.
Correct or not?
Yes.
Model you draw, you spend so much time drawing it. It's supposed to help you, not supposed to eat up all your time, then end up not helping you. Then doesn't make sense drawing the model, right?
Yes.
So you have to draw model that helps you. So how to draw model that helps you? Okay, model that helps you, right? You have to okay, when I draw this model, example, I use this question. Okay, when I draw this model, right, I know that I have to list out ABC. That one is confirmed. I believe you can see that also.
Yes.
Okay. Then the next question is, will there be a before and after model? Chances are is no, because this is a paper 1 question. Okay, this is a paper 1 question. Chances are no, you don't need to draw a before and after model. The before and after model usually is paper 2. Okay.
Okay.
So paper 1 usually a simple model will do. So ABC, then you know the ratio. Then that's why I established 1 unit, 3 unit. Remember just how I mentioned? Then after
Yes.
that, right, Kylie had 5 cards less than Ben, right? So this part you'll be thinking, how long the model, how long? Don't worry, because model in the first place is ambiguous. So instead of like drawings exactly to represent this, right, you just need to show a model, right, that accurately represent this will do. No need to be precise. Okay, accurate, not precise. Okay, 3 unit. You know that C definitely is 5 less than what Ben has. So Ben has 3 unit. So whatever C is, right, just write 3U minus 5. Then this is the length. So obviously this is 5. Like that.
Okay.
And you know everything is 72, right? Then you can form already. 1U plus 3U plus 3U minus 5 is 72. Like that. Once you have this, you'll be very easy to do already. Then once you get 1U, as I say, look at the question. Question asks for Ali, right? Then you see Ali is what? Ali is 1 unit from the model you know. So you can confidently write here 11 cards. Okay, the marker cannot fault you. You can write 11 cards or write 11, up to you. But if I were you, I'll write cards to impress the marker. Okay, I'll write 11 cards to impress the marker. New student will just write there 11. But 11, they can't fault you also, to be frank, because they are not asking how much does each card cost. That one, then cost you need dollar sign, right? No dollar sign, no mark, right? This kind of thing. So question 30, okay. Let's move on to paper 2. Okay, your paper 2, you didn't do so well, but it's okay. And I hope to see your paper 2 improving by leaps and bounds over time. This one you got 31. Okay. 31 out of 55. Okay, let's aim for 41 out of 55 first. How about that? Okay, the next
Okay.
paper, aim for 41 out of 55. That means an improvement of 10 marks. Okay. The next paper, aim for 41 out of 55. Now you got 31 out of 55. Okay, based on my terrible marking. That means the lowest mark you can get is 31. So you can give yourself a pat on your shoulder. I guarantee can pass my paper 2. Does that make you feel better?
Yes.
Oh, Mr. Ng mark until so straight. You got 31 out of 55. That means you guarantee can pass your paper 2. Okay? You can give yourself a pat on the shoulder. Okay, this one I minus 2 mark because you never label your Z. That's the only reason. Okay.
Oh,
Very
okay.
straight marking. Very straight. I could see that you are drawing like that. And like that. Then your Z is here. But you did not label your Z. Okay. This is the
Okay.
90 degree. So you didn't label your Z. I give you 0. Straight, very straight marking.
Yes.
Okay, kind markers in your school and in hopefully in your PSLE, hopefully they are kind markers, hopefully they'll give you marks. But instead of relying on the mercy of kind marker to get your marks, why don't rely on yourself to secure the marks? That would be more definite, right? Your AL1.
Yes.
Okay, this one you got it right. I won't waste time. Let me look for a blue question first. Just now I circle a number of blue questions. This is one of the blue questions. Okay, question 9. A man worked at a shop and was paid according to the following rates. He worked from Tuesday to Saturday for 8 hours a day. How much did he earn in total? First of all, you know what is weekdays, what is weekend, right?
Yes.
Correct. But they're very kind. They tell you Tuesday to Saturday. So you only have one weekend. That is your Saturday. Does that make sense?
Yes. Yes.
So let's label our Saturday as weekend. So you count Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, 4 weekdays. Okay, so Tuesday to Saturday actually is 5 days. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday is 5 days. So this fellow, right, he worked 4 weekdays and 1 weekend. Okay, so you throw away your Tuesday, what Saturday already. Okay, register 4 weekdays, 1 weekend. Okay, can register that. 8 hours a day. Okay, let's work on weekdays. Okay, let's calculate the weekdays first. Okay, 4 weekdays, right? 8 hours, right? So let's work out 1 weekday first. Okay, work out 1 weekday first because it's 8 hours every day.
Yes.
Make sense?
Yes.
Let's work out 1 weekday first. Okay, 1 weekday, right? 8 hours a day, right? First 6 hours. Okay, first 6 hours. And subsequent 2 hours, right?
Yes.
Okay, first 6 hours and subsequent 2 hours is 8 hours.
Yeah.
Correct? Then your first
Yes.
6 hours, this is the pay. First 6 hours, right, will be 6 times 7.
$42.
Yep. Okay, subsequent 2 hours, right? 2 times 9. Okay, this one ask good friend calculator, or you expert in
$60.
very good. You expert in mental sum. Okay, $60.
No, I'm not good. This is the steps I write in the paper.
Be frank with you, right? This question you do have marks, but I give you 0. As I told you, Mr. Ng is a terrible marker. So in a normal PSLE situation, right, your presentation, right, based on what you presented, right, you will not get 0. Okay, you will get at least 1 mark, at least. So maybe you get 2 marks. Okay, because your working, some of it is correct. All right, but as I told you beforehand, I'm a very strict marker. So this is 42 plus 18 is 60. Okay, so the pay per day, right, is $60 for 1 weekday.
Yes.
So pay for 4 weekdays.
60 times 4.
Very good. 240 .
Yeah.
Okay, this one, keep one corner first. Then weekend, right?
Yes.
Okay, 1 weekend, $9 per hour. First 6 hours, right?
Yes.
Plus 2 times 11. Okay, because 8 hours, still 8 hours on Saturday.
Yes.
So 6 hours times 9 plus 2 times 11. 9 times 6 is 24
24
plus
22.
22 equal to 76. Okay, that's the pay for just 1 weekend.
Then you take 240 plus 76.
How come you didn't do that?
No, my problem is the 60 times 4 thing. I put 60 times 3.
Hello? How come?
Uh,
How come?
see wrongly.
How can I help you not to see wrongly? Maybe you can do the way I did being meticulous Like this part I was very meticulous This part is just 1 weekday, so I just follow like that. But you also can still be meticulous just write first 6 hours plus subsequent 2 hours.
Okay.
Yeah. Then question 9. What happened to your question 9? Yeah, I got put tick here because it's right. This part is wrong already. This part we put 180. If you put 240, you would have gotten it correctly. And with this part, but why do you times 3? Because you taught Tuesday to Friday, right? 2 to 5, right? It's 3.
Yeah.
Do you notice just now I count, right? I just use finger to count. I said Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday is 4 days. That was how I count.
Oh.
Do you notice just now the way I count? I use finger. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday is 4 days.
Oh.
Do you notice just now that was how I count, right?
Yes.
That means I don't count in my head lah. I count with my fingers. Back to lower primary. Back to kindergarten lah. I count with your fingers. Like that lah. Sometimes got to do that lah. Okay, back to the paper. Question 11. Okay, question 11. Katie had 10 stamps less than Howard. After Katie bought 228 stamps and Howard bought 38 stamps, what happened? Katie had 4 times as many stamps as Howard. So this is the question, right? The kind of question, right? That the typical before and after question. Okay, you're able to see that?
Yes.
Okay, so you only have 2 characters, K and H. Actually, do not despise drawing model. Try not to see drawing model as a waste of time. Because model drawing does help a lot. Okay, if you draw properly, so before and after, right? Katie had 10 stamps less than Howard. The question is, right, I do not know need to draw how long. Because you do not know need to draw how long, right? Don't draw yet. It's okay to draw the after first. Okay. So after something happened, right? Some exchange. Katie bought extra stamp. Howard bought another extra stamp. Okay, what happened? This is something that's definite. After this episode happened, right? Katie 4 times as Howard, right?
Yes.
So this part will be very easy to draw. Then when you draw 4 times, right? Don't draw like that. Don't draw like that. Okay, you draw like that. You draw like that. Okay, Katie, you anyhow draw a reasonable safe length. Okay, reasonable safe length, you know what I mean? Then 4 times, right? 4 times you don't divide by 4 like the way I did just now. You divide by 4 this way. You divide by 2 before you divide by 4. Because it's easier to divide by into half than divide into 4. You divide into 2 first. Then after that, you know 1/4 is half of the half, right? So you focus on this half, right? The half is here. Then the half is here. Then you have the 4. Okay, that's the trick.
Okay.
Then 1 unit, right? Whatever your length for your 1/4 is, right? You just teleport now.
Teacher David.
Yes.
May I go to the toilet? It's urgent.
Okay. Then you hurry up. I'll wait for you. Okay, just now I paused the recording, because I don't know how long you'll be away. So I paused the recording. So now I just resume the recording. So let's continue the lesson. Okay, just like I mentioned, right? Your Katie had 4 times as many stamps as Howard. So that is after they bought those extra stamps. Okay, then you think for a moment now. Katie bought 228 stamps. Howard bought 38 stamps. So obviously, their original length will be a lot shorter, right?
Yes.
Okay, Howard cannot be so small because Katie had 10 stamps less than Howard. So what I need to do is I got to lengthen Howard a little bit, but it has to be shorter than here. Okay, makes sense?
Yes.
In other words, this is 38. Because Howard bought 38 stamps, right?
Yes.
Okay. Then Katie had 10 stamps less than Howard. So Katie is even smaller. So this is my 10. I understand.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. Katie bought how many stamps? 228 stamps. That means from here to here is 228. Okay, but you think for a moment. You think for a moment. Okay, you know that from this point to this point is 228, right?
Yes.
Correct? Correct?
Yes.
That means from this point to this point here is 228. Agree?
Yes.
Okay, if from this point to this point is 228, right? Do you agree this one is 228 minus 10 minus 38?
Yes.
Okay, 228 minus 10 minus 38. Ask Mr. Calculator, okay? Our good friend calculator would report to you 228 minus 10 minus 38 is how many? It's 180. So here you can confidently write as 180. To avoid being penalized, because 180 is not shown here, right? To avoid being penalized, right? Immediately write out this working. Okay, immediately write out this working. So that they can't penalize you. Because if you write 180 here, right, the marker might circle where you get 180 from. Okay. So this one is to cover yourself so that the marker has no ground to penalize you. Okay, 180. Okay, once you do up to here, right, you check your model. So how to check your model? Do you notice when I draw this thing, right, I'm actually sort of had more or less solved the question already.
Yes.
Correct? But in exam, you want to secure the full marks, right?
Yes.
You'll be very tempted to write 3U is 180, 1U is 60, so on and so forth, then get your answer, then move on, right? You'll be very tempted to do that, right? But
Yes.
refrain to do that yet, okay? Okay, of course, depends on the time you have. Depends on the time you have. If you have ample time, you check your model. Okay, so check your model means, right, Katie had 10, you follow the story, Katie had 10 stamps less than Howard. Katie has 10 stamps less than Howard. After KT bought 228 stamps, KT bought 228 stamps. Okay. So when you check, you also fill in some gaps. So after KT bought 228 stamps, okay, and Howard bought 38 stamps, okay, as reflected here. Then you can write here 38. Okay. What happened? KT had 4 times as many as Howard. How many stamps did Howard have at first? So you can work out 1 unit. Then you can write 3U is 180. 1U is 60. So this is 60. Then, or how many stamps did Howard bought? 38, right? So 60 minus 38. This one again, ask good friend calculator. No matter how good is your mental sum, ask calculator. In other words, maximize your calculator. I always encourage my student, right? For paper 2, right? Avoid doing mental calculation. You know what's my reason, right?
Yeah.
For paper 2, for paper 2, avoid doing mental calculation. Unless the figure you're calculating, right, is within the range of 10 to 20. More than 20, don't ask good friend calculator. Okay.
Okay.
Of course, you feel I am my mental sum very good. Remember, I told you mental sum, no matter how good you are, right? There's always, there's still chances you'll make careless, right? Mental sum.
Yes.
Agree, right? Calculator, right? I punch in 60 minus 38, and I press equal, right? What is the chances that I'll get it wrong?
You press something wrongly.
And what is the chances that you'll press something wrongly? Out of 100 times, at most 1 time, right?
Yes.
So it's 1% or even less than that. But if you do this mentally, right? You do it mentally 100 times, right? How many times you can get it wrong? Higher chance of getting it wrong, right? Compared to calculator.
Yes.
Because paper 2, you're taking an exam, you want to get the most marks out of it. When you do 60 minus 38, 22, right? The examiner doesn't know you do it by mental sum or do it by calculator. So there's no need to do it by mental sum. Because the examiner, the marker doesn't know you're doing it using calculator or mental sum. So what's the point of doing it by mental sum when you can't impress the marker? You know what I mean?
Yes.
Then may as well use calculator. Safer also. Make sense?
Yes.
Okay. So 11 clear, 22. Okay, let's move on. Clear means, right, I ask you to redo 11 without looking at any solution, right? You can do.
Yes.
Okay. Although I'll still be sending you my video solution, but do not look at my video solution until you have re-attempt it on your own. You re-attempt it on your own and you still got it wrong, then that's where you look at my video solution. If you re-attempt and you get it right, and is correct, right? Then okay, then no need to look at my video solution. Okay, so question 12. Okay, our friend Mark had an equal number of blue and red marbles. He gave away 59 of his blue marbles and sold 49 red marbles. In the end, he was left with 1/3 of the marbles. How many marbles did he have at first? Okay, equal number, blue, red. So you draw model before and after. Maybe I draw here. So blue, red. And after. Blue, red again. If I write blue, red in this sequence, the after part also write blue, red in the same sequence. The after part, you don't write red, blue. You write red, blue below and blue, red on top. It's very messy. Okay? So before you write blue, red, below also must write blue, red. Same sequence. Equal number, right?
Yes.
So just draw any ambiguous length. Or arbitrary length. Okay, draw any arbitrary length. But don't draw too short or too long. Too long means it's occupied until here. Okay. Too short means half of this. You want to draw a length, right, that is comfortable for you to divide into 9 parts. Okay. So he gave away 5, 9, right? Okay. So here, instead of writing, cutting it into 9 parts, right? Simple, just write 9U. Makes sense? He gave away 5 units of the blue, right? That means he left 4 units here, right? Just write 4U. Make sense?
Yes.
In the end, okay, you think about it. At the end of the day, right? Left with 1/3 of the marbles. Okay, 1/3 of the marbles means 1/3 of 18U, right?
Yes.
So he must have 6U. If it's 4U here, that means there's 2U here. Make sense?
Yes.
Yeah. So when you draw model, you're actually solving the question already. So 1/3 times 18, 6U. So I know total is 6U, right? So I minus 4 unit for the blue. So 2 unit, confirm is 2 unit for the red. That means originally 9 units, right?
Yes.
Seven units, sold 49. Seven units sold. That means your 7 units is 49. Understand?
Yes.
Because sold 49 red marbles. So 1 unit is 7. Okay, once you know 1 unit is 7, the question becomes super easy to do already. How many marbles did he have at first? 18 units. 18 times 7, same thing, ask your friend calculator. 126. 126 marbles. Got it? Can you understand?
Yes.
Okay, can move on already.
Yes.
Okay, checking. Maybe I teach you how to check since got time. Okay, Mark, let's say you finish the question. Let's say now you're checking. Okay, how to check. So when you check, right, you can work backwards. You work backwards. Okay. That means you try to base on your answer here, right? 126 marbles, right? You try to work backwards and see, right? Can you get 49? That's how you check. You understand what I mean?
Yes.
So let's do that. Okay, 126 marbles, right? Then you see 126 marbles is at first, right? So at first is 18 units. Then you see 18 units is 126. So checking you do on a separate piece of paper. You don't write here already. Okay, let's say the separate piece of paper is here, or maybe you can write here. No, do not write on this space. Okay, in the exam, you'll be given separate piece of paper that no need to submit one. Okay, so you write on the separate piece of paper for your checking. So you can write 18 units is 126. 1 unit, then you double check. 126 divided by 18, 7. Okay, if 1 unit is 7, right? Then you double check, is it really 7 unit is sold? So how to verify 7 unit is sold? Then you see 2 unit originally have 9 unit. So 7 unit is sold. But how do you know this 2 unit is correct? So you back check 2 unit. How do I get this 2 unit? This 2 unit, right, is because of 6 unit. How do I know this 6 unit? Because 1/3 of the marbles. Okay, 1/3 of 18 units. Okay, 6 unit. Okay, that's how I know it's 2 unit. Then it's correct. Okay, then you back check 2 unit, right? Then you verify. Okay, confirm it's 7 units sold. So 7 unit, right? 7 times 7, 49. Did I get 49? Yes, I got 49. This method of checking is very powerful because, right, you are not doing it from scratch again, and you are not doing the question one more time. You are using, right, what is definite to verify what is not definite. You understand what I say?
Yes.
Instead of doing it again, right, then you get 126 again, then you think I should be correct. Because your original method was wrong, then you thought that is correct. Then you keep getting 126, then you thought it's correct. So a better way of checking is you use your answer to verify the information they give. That means right now, you imagine you redo this question, right? You imagine 126 is the information you have. That means 126 is the number of marbles he had at first. Then now you're trying to verify, did he really sell 49 red marbles? Okay, you understand what I mean? Can you understand the checking?
Yes.
Yeah. Like that, if you check like that for all the questions, it's almost impossible to make careless mistake. Yeah. Okay, question 13. Okay, Jerry had some marbles. He gave 3/7 of the marbles to Amy and 3/8 of the remaining marbles to Betty. He bought another 92 marbles and he ended up with twice the amount of marbles he had at first. How many marbles did Jerry have at first? For this question, what would you do? Would you draw model again? Or would you prefer not to draw model? Which way you think is a better way? Okay, for this question, right? Yeah, you go on.
I don't really know.
You don't really know, no worries. For this question, right, I would suggest you don't need to draw model. How come? Because you're only dealing with fraction. Okay? And it's fraction of the remainder. So imagine Jerry had some marbles. He gave 3/7 of the marbles to Amy, right? So he left with 4/7. Okay? So he left 4/7 of his marbles after giving to Amy. Okay, then after that, out of this 4/7 of his marbles, right, he gave 3/8 of the 4/7 to Betty. So right now, right, you have to calculate the actual fraction, right, he gave to Betty. Understand the concept?
Yes.
Okay, so right now I need to calculate the actual fraction that he gave to Betty, because Jerry did not give 3/8 of his marbles to Betty. Jerry did not give 3/8 of his marbles to Betty. Jerry gave 3/8 of 4/7 to Betty. So 3/8 times 4/7. Okay, 12/56. 12/56, right? To reduce to lowest form, right? Same thing, ask good friend calculator. So how to ask good friend calculator? Just press 12 divided by 56. Okay, 12 divided by 56. You have 3/14. So in other words, Jerry, right? If you really, really want to draw model, right? What you can do is you draw model for Jerry. You show 14 parts. You show 14 parts. 7 parts each. 3.5 each, right? So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Three, 7 is 6/14. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 3/8 of the remainder, right? So that is actually 3/14. So he left with 2, 4, 5, 5 units left. And he bought another 92 marbles, and he ended up with twice the amount of marbles he had at first. Okay, he gave Betty 3/14. So that's what he's left, right? Then after that, he bought another 92 marbles, right? And ended up with twice the amount of marbles he had at first. Okay, just write 28U. So this is 5U. He bought another 92. From the model, you can tell that 5U plus 92 is 28. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay. Sorry, 5U plus, yeah, 92, 28U. So 23U is 92. 1U is 4. 14U is 14 times 4. Go to 56. That's how you get 56.
Okay.
Any question? Let's say you prefer model, you can draw model. If you prefer not to draw model, right? Okay, then you don't draw model. It depends on which one you're more comfortable. So let's say you don't draw model, right? Earlier on, you know that Betty is 3/14. Then this is the fraction Jerry had left. Okay, fraction Jerry had left after giving Betty. That is 4/7 minus 3/14. 5/14. Can you understand? No? This one you can understand? No?
Yes.
Yeah. So original, that means original, right? Jerry has 14 units because over 14 more. So original, Jerry has 14 units. So 5 units plus 92 equal to 28 units. Okay. So long at the end of the day, you manage to get this. You can get the question, the answer already. Any question? Whether it's through model or through working like this, so long you get this at the end of the day. Any question?
No.
No. Okay, let's move on to the next one. 14. Okay, figure below shows a triangle overlapping a rectangle. So this is my triangle. The white color is the triangle. And this partially shaded is the rectangle. Find the area of the shaded part. So area of the shaded part, right? To find area of the shaded part, right? I need to find area of this red part first. Agree? You agree? To find area of the shaded part, I need to find area of this red part first, right?
Yes.
Correct?
Yes.
Okay. So area of this red part, right? Okay. This whole thing is 10, right? This is 5. So this must be 5. Agree? Then this whole thing is 18, right? Then they tell you like that, like that. That means this length and this length, they are the same length. So this one is 9 cm. Agree?
Yes.
So area of this red part, right? Okay, in exam, you don't call this area of the red part. You call this area of the unshaded part within the rectangle. Okay, in the exam, you don't write area of red part because you're not going to shade it in red. So you're going to say area of the unshaded part within the rectangle. Make sense?
Yes.
So area of red part, because now I'm presenting to you, so I call it area of red part. Okay, area of red part basically, right? Area of big triangle. The area of big triangle minus area of small triangle. Can you see the area of small triangle?
Yes.
Because the length is given to you, then this length you can find. So it's basically half base times height minus another half base times height. Okay, half base times height minus another half base times height. Okay, ask good friend calculator. Good friend calculator will tell you 33.35. 33.75, I mean. cm square. Okay, understand why the working is like that?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, area of red part. Once you have area of red part, right, the question becomes significantly easier to do. So area of the shaded part, basically, area of shaded part is basically area of this whole rectangle minus area of red part. In exam, right, what you can do is, right, because as I said, don't write in red, right? In exam, what you can do is you name it as region K. What? You name it as region K. Then you specify, let region K be the area of the unshaded part within the rectangle. Okay, before you write K like that, right? You write K like that, then in the question paper, you must indicate, right? Let region K be the area of the unshaded part within the rectangle. Like that. Like that is very clear. So that here, instead of writing area of, because you cannot say area of red part, so instead of writing area of red part, right, you just write minus region K. Because earlier on, you already specify what is your region K. Make sense?
Yes.
So area of rectangle minus region K. So area of rectangle is length times breadth. Okay, length times breadth. Region K, just now you calculated, right? 33.75. Same thing, ask good friend calculator. Okay, your good friend calculator will tell you 56.25 cm square. Then area of shaded part will be 56.25 cm square. Then when you write your answer here, right? Okay, you write here 56.25 cm square. Okay, don't write 56.25. What must you write?
cm square.
Very important. No unit, no marks. Kind marker give you half a mark. I give 0 mark. Okay, area. Then you need to double check, right? Is it cm square or meter square? So you look at the question, cm or cm square. I mean, these are very important things. Okay, question 14. Okay, this one you got it right. Question 16, you got it wrong. I need to go through with you. Okay, question 16, right? The model you draw can be quite complex because you got to draw 3 pairs of model. Okay, 3 pairs of model, not 2 pairs. Not before and after only. I have before, after, in the end. Before, after, in the end. Okay, let's read the question. Agnes, Betty, and Cindy had $3,200 in total. Agnes gave 324 to Betty. Betty then gave half of her money to Cindy. Cindy then spent $620. In the end, they had the same amount of money. How much did Betty have at first? How much more did Betty have than Agnes at first? So you draw before. Before you have A, B, C. Then after that, after. Okay, after something happened, later I'll indicate after what happened. Then in the end, means at the end of the day. So this question, right, involves multiple working backwards to establish the model. So you cannot draw your model, right, before, then after, then in the end. You cannot draw in this sequence, okay? Because you don't have enough information, right, to establish what is before. The only information you have is A, B plus C is 3002. That's the only information you have. So after that, right, Agnes give 324 to Betty. Betty then give half of her money to Cindy. Cindy spent 620, right? Okay. So they went through some exchanges. The only thing confirmed you can draw one, right, is in the end. In the end, they have equal amount of money. In the end. Okay, they have equal amount of money. Okay, right now, right? Okay, you need to see the exchange that take place. Let's analyze the exchange that take place. Agnes give 324 to Betty. So it's an internal exchange. Okay. A to B, that's A to B. Then B to C. Okay, B to C, another internal exchange. The only exterior exchange is this 620. Cindy spent 620. In other words, the amount that's left here, right, would be 3002 minus 620. Do you agree?
Yes.
Okay. So you need to show your working somewhere on your paper, right? 3002 minus 620. Ask good friend calculator. He'll tell you 2580. Okay, you know 2580, right? So here you just write 2580. So 2580, the total amount, all of them had same amount of money. So that means you can use 2580 divide by 3 to find out 1 unit is how many. So 1 unit, 2580 divided by 3. So you write here 2580 divided by 3 equal to 860. So each one is 860. So this one already drawn. Okay, then you analyze. Before they have 860 each, right? What actually transpired? Cindy spent 620. Okay, Cindy spent 620. So 860 plus 620. Okay, ask good friend calculator. Your calculator will tell you 1480. So this whole thing is 1480. Okay, then after that, right? You go back, you see, try to work backwards. Okay, Betty gave half of her money to Cindy. Okay, Betty gave half of her amount to Cindy. So this is 1 unit from Betty. So Betty has another 1 unit here. Okay. And you think carefully, Betty 1 unit, right? Betty after he gave half of the amount, right? Okay. When did Betty give half of the amount to Cindy? After Agnes give 324 to Betty. Okay. After Agnes give 324 to Betty, Betty gave half of the amount to Cindy, right? Then after that, Betty no loss already, right?
Yes.
That means 1 unit is apparently 860. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, then this is 1480 minus 1 unit. Okay, 1480 minus 1 unit. So 1 unit is 860. Okay, then after that, how much did Betty have at first, right? So 860 times 2. Because he gave half of the money to Cindy on. So you know 1 unit is 860, right?
Yes.
860 times 2, 1720. Then I need to minus 324 that I received from Agnes, right?
Yes.
1396. So Betty has 1396 originally. Okay, Betty had 1396 originally. Okay, how much more did Betty have than Agnes at first? Okay, Agnes, she gave 324 to Betty, right? Okay, Agnes only gave 324 to Betty, right?
Yes.
Did Agnes receive any money from Cindy?
No.
Did Agnes give any money to Cindy?
No.
No, right? So
No.
the only exchange that Agnes has is she gave 324 to Betty. After she gave 324 to Betty, right? She had 860. You understand what I mean?
Yes.
Okay, 1184 is shorter than this. Like that. Okay. Then you'll be thinking, you want to establish this guy, right? But it's not necessary anymore because you already have solved the question. How much more did Betty have than Agnes at first? So it's just a comparison between Betty and Agnes, right? That means where model drawing is concerned, right? It's not a must to draw ABC for all, so long it helps you to get the answer. Because your model, right, your marker is not going to mark your model. Model is for you to do the question, is to aid you in your question. Okay, so because you already answered the question, right? Correct?
Yes.
1396 at first. Okay, then you see part one, how much did Betty have at first? 1396 based on the model. Then you just write here 1396 with the dollar sign, of course. Like that. You write out the answer like that. Then you won't go wrong. Okay?
Yes.
This question okay?
Yes.
So you learn something about model drawing.
Yes.
You don't have to draw everything. Like example, this one after A, how many? I leave it blank. Because it's not necessary. I already solved the question already. Correct?
Yes.
That means the model drawing, you just need to draw until it helps you to solve the question. You don't need to draw everything. Sometimes impossible to draw everything. Not enough info. Unless you exam, right, you still got 1 hour extra time, then you can work out what is the original value, then you draw accordingly. If you are very perfectionist about your model drawing. But I won't do that in exam. I rather use the extra time to do my checking. Okay, any more question?
No.
No, so all these are okay already, your paper 2. Okay, right now you do yourself a favor. You reattempt all these questions from scratch without looking at your solution.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay.